the humble art today on Fortitude Through Stoicism, and this is my 365-day journey of implementing the ancient philosophy of Stoicism into the life of this modern masculine man. And if you watched yesterday's episode, you know that I'm currently in the middle of a Stoic crisis. A lot of things went wrong this weekend, but the more I reflect on it, the more I look at how others lost their emotional control and what happened from that. And it's the exact thing that I've been studying in this Stoicism. When I look back and reflect on the words used, it's all emotion, no fact, not one shred of fact. Use of absolutes, you never did this, you always did this, right? Use of absolutes, terrible business, terrible business. Today's quote by Marcus Aurelius: love the humble art. Love the humble art you have learned and take rest in it. Pass through the remainder of your days as one who wholeheartedly entrusts all possessions of the gods to the gods, making yourself neither a tyrant nor a slave to any person. Interesting. So, Ryan Holiday, he continues. Stop by any comedy club in New York City or Los Angeles, and you'll likely find some of the world's biggest and most commercially recognized comedians there. They make a fortune in movies or on the road, but they practice the most basic form of art in the actual comedy theaters. If you ask them, why are you doing this? Why do you still perform? The answer is usually quite simple. Because I'm good at it, because I love it, because I want to get better, because I want to thrive in connecting to the audience, because I just can't not do it. It's not the work for them to get on stage at Caroline's or the Comedy Center. It's invigorating. They don't have to do it. They're free, and they choose to do it. Whatever humble art you practice, are you sure you're making time for it? Are you in love with it enough that you make the appropriate time for it? Can you trust if you put in the effort, the rest will take care of itself? Because it will. Love the craft, be the craftsman. So, I am a Freemason, and some of the teachings, again, I'm not going to go into it, but it's about living a virtuous life, right? We square our actions, we live on the level, right? All of these things are symbolic of living a good life. Same thing in Stoicism. And again, Freemasonry goes back to King Solomon's temple, so you can do the math. Love the humble arts. Be the craftsman. So, what is your profession? I'm going to use me, for example, right? Right now, I'm in the middle of my Sunday get-together. Right over there, they're packing my bags, getting ready for the trip. I've got everything getting ready to go into battle, as I call it. I get on a plane tonight, fly to Washington. I got a 6-hour flight, and then I go out and operate. This is not work for me. This is part of who I am. I get to save businesses and lives associated with that business. That business puts food on a table for multiple families. And if I don't go in there and perform the way that I'm supposed to, there is no more business. There is no more food on the table for those families. And in some of these markets, jobs aren't everywhere. These are small little markets in little tiny towns all across America. That's not a job, that's a calling. That's a calling, it's a responsibility that I do. So yes, I'm always working on my craft. I'm always listening to audiobooks. I'm always role-playing. I'm always scripting. I'm always working on my process. I'm looking for ways to collapse time in my business so I can add more value to my clients. I am obsessed with execution at the highest level. My standards will not let anything less than that. And for me, in my lifetime, that is the bar. And here's what happens in my lifetime. People come in and they can't meet that bar of expectation. They can't do it. So they see themselves out of my life. Give you an example. True story, my 28-year-old daughter. Been living together for over a year now. And we just had a big blow up this weekend. All the things. You didn't love me enough. You didn't say you were proud of me enough. All the things. Not true. Every weekend I came home, I always invited her to dinner. Every weekend. Hugged her. Told her I love her. Curious about what's going on in her life. And anytime there was something worthy of praise, I gave it. Multiple promotions at work. I think 3 now. And a training thing. So yes, worthy of praise. With that said, at 28 years old, I don't hand out praise when it's not earned. Why? Because I'm in love with self-development. I'm in love with living the best life. I'm in love with the fact that as a Stoic, it's our responsibility to be a good human. So, having a truthful conversation with my 28-year-old daughter, you're 28. Understood. Tell me the things that I should be proud of. Show me. What have you accomplished? 28. College degrees, world travel, military service, sports accommodations, businesses. Give me something and I will be proud of you. But I'm not proud of someone for waking up and fogging a mirror and going through life hiding. Anyone. That's not worthy of praise. It's not. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. That's the truth. If someone hides in their room, gorges themselves with all the fast food that they can find, that's self-hate. That's not love. It's certainly not up to my standards. So people see that and they don't like that because I'm going to fucking call out some shit because that's not the way we're supposed to be. It's not the way we're supposed to take care of ourselves. It's not healthy. Matter of fact, it's the opposite. There's a lot of deep-seated pain in there, hurt. That's why you do it to yourself. So I never ask myself, why am I doing this? Why do I still do it? Why? I don't do that. I know why. I know my why. Because I know what it's like to live an unfulfilled life. Man, terrible. I know what it's like to sacrifice everything to live at your very best. Whole different world. Whole different world. Fall in love with the process. Fall in love with your best self. Accept nothing less. That's love. And yes, it is a humble art. It is a very humble art to be a good human, to do the best at what we do. There is some science involved, but of course, this is very much an art. So today, I'm going to go out there and be a craftsman, and you're going to go out there and have the most amazing day.